Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cypress Family and Senior Apartments live Q&A. My name is Christina, and I am CHIP's Fundraising and Communications Coordinator. Today, we will be talking about our proposed Cypress Family and Senior Apartments in Paradise. After we introduce the developers, we'll give you a brief description of this project, and we've prepared a short presentation and remarks based on the questions we've gotten from the public so far. After our prepared presentation, we'll have some time to answer questions that you may have about this development. I'll be monitoring the questions as they come in, and we'll do our best to answer all of the questions during this session. To ask a question, just type it in the comments section of this video. It should be right below if you're viewing it on mobile, or right on the right-hand side if you're viewing it on your laptop. To ask any questions, again, just type it in and hit send, and we'll get them here live as we're doing this presentation. This session is being recorded, and we'll share it as soon as we finish. So to get us started, let's start by welcoming the developing team. Hello. Shauna, would you mind starting off with the introductions?
Hi, everyone. My name is Shaughnessy, and I am the President and CEO of Community Housing Improvement Program, CHIP. We are a local affordable housing developer. We build both multifamily housing apartment complexes as well as single-family home ownership housing. I'd like to turn it over, and we've been here in the North State since 1973. We also have an apartment complex already built in Paradise Community Village. I'd like to turn it over to Wendy.
Hi, everyone. My name is Wendy Phillips. I am CHIP's Director of Property Management, and we currently manage 19 properties across 6 counties, all the way ranging from Shasta County up north to Yuba County down south. And I think that's all so far. And I guess I'll turn it over to Zen.
Hi, my name is Zen Sawyer of Zen Development Consultants. I'm getting a little delay here, unfortunately, but hopefully you can all understand me all right. I started in this industry over 15 years ago as an employee with Mercy Housing. I learned the industry with them. I went out on my own consulting in 2011 and grew a consulting group. I continue to work very closely with Mercy Housing in a number of different roles. I am from the San Francisco Bay Area. My primary role in this project was to identify the site and the opportunity to develop this development, which included a lot of federal funding. That was difficult to, it was not being used. As many of you know, it's hard to find landowners who are willing to sell in Paradise because of the PG&E settlement, and there's also significant insurance issues. So when I saw this funding sitting there and people having trouble assembling sites, I decided to put my team to work. We found a great site. My first call was Mercy Housing, and their first response was, "We're not going to do this without CHIP." So there we had a site and a team, and here we are today. Stephen?
Good afternoon. My name is Stephen Dawes. I'm representing Mercy Housing as I have for well over 20 years, based out of the Sacramento region, having worked on affordable housing developments from Stockton to Redding. Mercy Housing is a national nonprofit affordable housing organization with a significant presence throughout California, actually, with 3 regional offices, one in Sacramento, San Francisco, and San Diego. And having worked in the Sacramento Valley and North Valley for all of these years, and prior to my time, CHIP and Mercy Housing have long known each other's work and greatly respected the work we've done. And so when Zen and Shauna and I got together to try to help explain to me why all the recovery and rebuilding efforts had been focused on, in terms of affordable housing, in other communities other than Paradise, and we learned how much property insurance was a barrier to development moving forward. We were asked to take a close look at how Mercy Housing could help overcome that issue in particular, and we were excited to learn that we could actually add a lot of value by being able to get the necessary insurance that was actually affordable for a new development to happen. And so that was a big part of our ability to participate. But as Zen said, we absolutely wanted to do this in partnership with CHIP, given their extensive knowledge of the community of Paradise and the county as a whole. So happy to be here. You're on mute.
Yes, of course. As Christina mentioned, there's going to be plenty of time for questions and answers, but we wanted to spend a little bit of time at the beginning kind of answering some of the ones that we've seen come up over and over. And the first kind of question that I wanted to answer that hasn't been explicitly asked, but is kind of there as subtext is, why are you building this? Why are you putting this project into the town of Paradise? And I just wanted to give a little bit of background to that. So I grew up in the town of Paradise. CHIP had and has many employees that lived in Paradise at the time of the Camp Fire, lost their home. We have employees that have moved back since the recovery. We have Paradise Community Village, which was lost in the Camp Fire, and we were able to successfully rebuild. And when we rebuilt Paradise Community Village, the demand was overwhelming. In 2 weeks, we got more than 250 applications for just 35 available units. And so CHIP had always intended to continue to build more housing in the town of Paradise to support the recovery. As all of you know, the town was very affordable prior to the fire, but unfortunately, because of the cost of construction and insurance barriers and mobile homes not being able to come back, the affordable housing that existed before is not coming back in the same way. There won't be as many mobile home parks. There's not going to be as many single family rentals. The opportunity for affordable home ownership is almost non-existent. And so helping and support being able to allow retirees and working families return to the town of Paradise has been a passion for me and the organization from the moment the Camp Fire happened. And so we too were one of those folks that were struggling to find land because it takes a lot of land to support a multifamily property. And that is why we were particularly excited about this project. But it is from our heart and wanting to support the town's recovery. I'm going to turn it over to Wendy, and she'll talk a little bit about who in particular this housing development is meant to support.
Thanks, Shauna. So our properties serve families and individuals with low incomes. Specifically for this development, that means households making between 30% and 60% of AMI, which is the area median income. And we do have a slide later that breaks that down a little bit more. As many of you might know, currently there isn't enough affordable housing in Paradise, as Shauna mentioned, and specifically as statistics we recently got out from the National Low Income Housing Coalition is that a Paradise resident on average right now needs to make $22.88 an hour to afford a market rate apartment. Of course, we know that the minimum wage is only $15.50, so that's quite a gap there. There simply isn't enough available. So we're trying to lessen that gap. We will be giving a preference to campfire survivors, those who are still wanting to return to the town. And then just to mention a couple of things, one side will be for families, one side of the development. That does include some individual units, 1 bedroom. So individuals without children would be able to live there. And on the senior side, it's 62 and over. And then this slide just kind of breaks down the incomes depending on household size at each different AMI level. So you can kind of see the range there. I think that's all I have.
So one of the questions that has come up is, why are we developing so many units in this one location? And I wanted to pull up a slide to kind of show the area and respond to that. So prior to the fire, Cypress Skilled Nursing had 136 residents, and most of them were long-term, even though it was skilled nursing, and they obviously weren't in and out of the property. But they also had about 166 staff members. California Vocations at the time of the fire had 10 licensed beds, so 10 permanent residents, but at times they had up to 20. And then they had 75 staff permanently located at Cypress, and then an additional 175 that would come in and out of the site. And then across the street, immediately across the street, was Apple Tree Village with 167 units. And as you know, that was a mobile home park, which was also affordable to seniors. And then immediately north of Cypress was Pine Springs, which was 63 units, also a mobile home park that was very affordable. And so I know there were questions about our traffic study and mitigation and kind of the capacity of this particular location to handle. And we feel very comfortable putting in 140, just given what was there before. One thing that we forgot to mention in our introductions, probably just a little nervous, all of us, is the roles that we're playing as part of this development. So CHIP will co-develop with Mercy Housing and ZDC. We will co-own with Mercy, and then we will provide all of the ongoing property management, including lease up and throughout the lifetime of the property. Mercy Housing is at the front end co-developing, and they will be a co-owner. And then Zen, as he mentioned, put together the land and the financing, and will exit basically at conversion to ownership. So that's kind of our roles. So we wanted to dig in a little bit into the site plan and the thinking that was that went into the project, because making this a beautiful, well thought out project was really important to all of us. And I wanted to turn it over to Zen.
There we go. Our total site is 24 acres, assembled from 2 owners, the owners of the former Cypress Acres Convalescent Hospital and California Vocations. The zoning on the site is community services, and it does allow up to 15 units per acre. So at 24 acres, that's a lot of units, over 300 units potentially allowed by zoning. Of course, we know that septic is often the constraining factor here. And so what we're proposing is less than half of what is allowed by zoning. And if you calculate the square footage per unit, it's about 7,500 square foot of land per unit, which is comparable to a single family subdivision. So you're going to see a lot of open space on the site with clustered buildings, and that's very purposeful. You'll see the senior housing in purple on the site plan and the family housing in yellow. We also, in addition to the number of units, tried to be very thoughtful in the way that we laid them out. We stepped down from 2 stories to 1 story along Clark. The 2-story buildings are set back into the site. And as you can see, I mentioned the open space. You know, there's significant open space to keep wildlife corridors open We're preserving wetlands. The green fields you see around to the south and the southeast are the leach fields, which will be grassy areas, which will also be usable. There are significant amenities that we're including in the design, including 2 play areas for children of different ages. Those are in the courtyards in between the multifamily buildings to help to shield them, kids playing. And so keeping an inward focus to encourage community involvement and keep an eye on the children is the way we've designed this. In addition, there's a shared community building over 5,000 square feet for the community to use, to gather, to recreate, offices. There's significant staffing on site from Chip as the property manager, including resident services, which we'll speak to. And if we could just flip over to the landscape plan for a moment. This is a preliminary landscape plan. We don't show lighting on this plan currently, but we heard from the community that lighting was a concern with so many of the trees gone. There's more visual impact than there used to be. As a response to that, we've decided to follow dark sky standards, which is a system that ensures there will be minimal light pollution, that light fixtures will face down essentially and not up or sideways. And in addition, on the landscape plan here, you can see some what we hope is thoughtful landscaping, helping to shield the visual impact of the buildings themselves. So you can see that the buildings are surrounded by new plantings, which will grow into maturity. With that, I'll hand it over to Stephen to talk a little bit more detail about the site plan and the architecture.
Thank you, Zen. I think you covered the site fairly comprehensively. I'll just mention, if we put the landscape plan back up, that's probably the best. We are, and actually we have a list of amenities later. We can wait till we get to that. We are still refining plans around some of the outdoor amenities. The 2 play areas will be significant focus areas for the family phase. And those are notably interior focused, sort of 2 courtyards, one on the northeast side and one on the south of Cypress. So those play areas are highly visible from all the units, and the noise is somewhat contained in those courtyard areas. With the parking on the exterior of family housing like this, we've found that's one of the better models. Rather than having cars weave in and out of buildings, everybody's very clear where the lanes of traffic are, and no need to cross lanes of traffic and parking areas to get from a unit to a play area. One of our highest priorities in designing family housing. And then other amenities we still need to detail out, but we have lots of options, good options for where to locate community gardens and pet areas and walking paths to connect all of the usable open space and the various community features. We can go on to the elevations, the next couple of slides. So here you see the 1-story buildings that would be fronting Clark. There's just 2 of them on either side of Cypress. Again, you'll notice in the landscaping plan that there'll be a good amount of trees planted to screen those along Clark that will eventually grow in. And then, as Zen said, the building elevations step up while the terrain is rolling in different elevations. we are working closely with civil engineers and other team members to take advantage of the terrain so that the two-story buildings are as low as possible in terms of those roof peaks. And so we've come up with these elevations to keep them as simple as possible, but also to have enough character to fit into the context of the town's development history. And so I think that's it on these. We do have a list of amenities here that maybe would be a good segue back to you, Wendy, to go into the resident services.
I did want to jump in real quick and talk about fire safety and egress. So obviously, having been in the area and having my parents live in Paradise at the time of the fire, this has been a primary concern of mine and shared by our co-developers. And so we are working with the town and the neighbors to identify multiple points of emergency evacuation routes. The entire area the buildings will be built to WUI standards, following fire safety. You saw the landscape plan, but that will also take into WUI consideration. And then the open space will be maintained to minimize any fire danger. And that is, I think, one of the benefits of having such a large parcel owned, is that we will be responsible for making sure that that there are no fire hazards there. So just rest assured that this is something that has been a top priority of ours from even before talking to the town, and then in conversations with the town. And then I guess, Stephen, if you want to review the list, and then Wendy can talk about resident services if we want to pull that up.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything we haven't really covered here, other than, you know, we never like building a lot of parking. It is expensive and it is impactful to the land, but I think we've done a good job of studying Chip's experience in the region and come up with a good parking plan. The community building, as Zen said, is over 5,000 square feet, and really will be the hub of the community. We hope to plan a number of amenities around it that will really draw people from both phases to have a lot of intergenerational activities and interaction between all the residents and the staff. I think that's about it. Why don't we let Wendy finish up with resident services a bit?
Yeah, so in addition to our property management staff, we will have a resident manager that lives on each site. So one on the family side and one on the senior side. So there's staff there basically all the time. And then we have dedicated maintenance. But in addition to that staff, we also have dedicated resident services staff. These are a few snapshots of our residents with all the different kinds of activities we do. Community gardening, we do food giveaway programs at our sites, arts and crafts. We also have a number of workshops that we bring in from outside agencies. So we work closely with, I think it's a Bank of America community program that does financial education. We help people work with local county agencies to sign up for any benefits they may be eligible for. Let's see, what else am I missing? Health and nutrition type of classes. So there's just all kinds of resources that our resident services team bring in. And this site will be fortunate to actually have dedicated staff. Right now we share staff among a number of sites. So this site will be definitely rich in resident services.
Thank you, Wendy. So that is the end of our prepared remarks. We'll pull Christina on to take us to the next step.
Oh, yes. Thank you to the development team for going over all those details. So if you are watching our live stream now and you're just joining us or you joined a little bit late, I just want to remind you that this is a time that we've dedicated to answer any questions you may have about the Cypress family and senior apartments that we have planned for Paradise. So if you have any questions about the developers or the apartments, please write them in the chat for this video. If you're on mobile, the comment section should be right below the video, and if you're watching it on your desktop, it should be right on the right-hand side. So while we wait for people to kind of type in their questions, are there any other kind of details that you would like to bring to the attention of people who are watching this video?
I think we covered most of the details, but mostly how excited I am. And I think it's going to be a really pretty development. And that's something that's really important to us.
Absolutely. And we do have one question, and it is, how many entrances are there into and out of the development? And thank you, Patty, for your question.
If you bring up the site plan, so the primary egress for daily activity is Cypress into Clark Road. We are working in having conversations with the neighbors about emergency evacuation route out Cypress and Puddle Duck out and Paradise Wood, basically out to Pence. That is gated. And so we're working with them to see about gate access for that secondary. And then we're also exploring other options with the town. So there is one primary for daily living, and there will be at least two for emergency evacuations.
Thank you for clarifying that. And then Lori asks, will the senior apartments be away from the playground, noise, etc.?
Hi, Lori. I know you. So as Zen mentioned, the children's playgrounds are in the middle of the family buildings. So the only senior building that is close to the playground is the purple one kind of in the middle next to the community center. And that is separated by 2 parking lots and a 2-story building. So I would say yes, the senior apartments are well away from the playground noise.
Thank you. So if we have a little bit more time, so if anyone still has any questions, you are welcome to enter them into the comment section of this video. While we wait to see if anyone else has questions, I know that you did already cover this, but there have been a few more viewers joining the stream since we've started, and I wanted to ask one of our most frequently asked questions about this property, which is, who benefits from these 2 apartments?
Okay. Should we pull up that slide again, the first one? Yes, thank you. So overall, we'll serve residents earning between 30% and 60% of the area median income. And that, as you can see here, for depending on the household size, the 30% are here, and then it goes all the way up. This one goes up to 80, but I think we'll only be going up to 60. And we will be doing a preference for campfire survivors that are still wanting to return to the town, who fit within that income bracket. Seniors specifically is for in 62 and over, and then we do have some 1-bedroom units on the family side, even though it's called family. there are some units for just single person households as well.
And so just to add a little more specificity, 62 and over with a local preference is going to be, local people who are generally retired and on Social Security, oftentimes on Social Security income. And when we say service workers, there's a broad range in that AMI range from service workers, laborers, all types of, clerks, the people who, household workers, all the people who, are keep the economy going and are so important to our communities to provide housing for everyone.
Thank you for clarifying, Wendy and Zen. So we have a couple of more questions. Are the senior apartments single story?
Do you want to pull up this site plan again? And then Stephen, go ahead.
So the two buildings along Clark are single story. And those total 16 units between the two buildings, 8 each. And then the other two purple buildings are two-story. And we do expect those each to have an elevator to service that second story.
Thank you. And then Linda asks, well, it's more of a concern. She says, even though Clark Road has been redone, the curve still remains. If turning left onto Clark, it's still difficult to see. Seems as if the Clark curve should be removed to make it safer. Any thoughts on this?
I also know the McCanns, Lisa and Aaron and Brandy, Todd. So this has been a topic of conversation with the town and Public Works. It is something that it is on our radar. The conversation was if it hadn't been redone, the town wouldn't have approved this project. But we are monitoring it. We are aware of it. To the best of the knowledge that we have, we think it's going to be okay. But obviously we'll pay attention to any near misses and work with the town to address them if that does happen.
Thank you. Thank you for addressing that. And if you're watching this video and you have any other concerns or questions, again, you can add those in the comment section of this video. So while we wait to see if anyone has any last questions, I think there might be people who are watching this and who think, sounds great, when does it open? Are there any, I know that we have not started construction, but do we have any expectations for dates?
Stephen?
You want me to? Yeah. So estimates, I think, are evolving daily. But as we've mentioned, there are two separate phases, and they will be started separately and financed separately, but nearly identical in terms of the ownership structure and property management structure. And so we would, on phase one, the soonest we would start construction would be in the fall of this year, and then construction would likely take between 12 to 14 months, and so we would have the first residents move in sometime in the fall or early winter of 2024. Does that sound right to you guys? Yep. And then the family phase would in all likelihood be our intent for that to be the first phase that moves forward. And then the senior phase would be approximately 6 months behind that at every step, both start of construction and then The construction might be a little bit quicker on the senior phase because it's fewer buildings, but will probably be at least 12 months as well.
And I also wanted to just thank you, Stephen. Just back up to the question or the concern about traffic safety on the corner. Also, we have focused on where the bus stops currently are and making sure that there's safe access to the public transportation that runs along Clark. And potentially, we're going to talk to the transit agency about potentially bringing the bus stop onto Cypress to make sure there's less foot traffic and more safe for the residents and drivers.
Thank you, Zen, for expanding on that. And so we have a shout out from Chloe, who says she grew up on Cypress Lane. So thank you for watching. And then Patty wants to know, would the common community building be built with the first portion of the development?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for asking that important question that we left out. The entire community center would be built in phase 1.
Thank you for clarifying that. And if we have a few more minutes to this live stream. So if you're watching and you have any other questions about the apartments, the building process, the developers, now is the time to ask. While we wait, I would also like to comment that we do have 2 more live streams coming up. One is tomorrow, and both future live streams will be in person at the Paradise Town Hall. So if you're watching this and would like to invite more people to ask questions, or you would just like to hear more, we will be at the Town Hall, at Paradise's Town Hall tomorrow at 12. And then we have Linda asks, does this still have to go before the Planning Commission and Town Council?
Yes. Well, definitely the Planning Commission. And then I guess it depends on that meeting if it goes to Town Council. But we're currently on schedule to go to the Planning Commission on February 21st. And Stephen, do you want to add any details?
I was just going to mention that we do seem to be still on track for that.
Thank you. And is there any other part of the process that that you can share about what needs to be done before we can start construction?
Well, Stephen explained really well. So the initial report that we put out was a draft report, and there were some things in it, like the hospital, that needed to be corrected, and the town provided questions and clarifications that we needed to provide, which is part of the landscape plan. And so those have all gone back to the town. And so any of those things that were mistakes in the report, we've corrected and will be addressed before the Planning Commission meeting. And then I love that you called the meetings live streams that are going to be in person at Town Hall. We will actually live stream the one on February 9th from Town Hall. We'll use the town's technology. So if folks can't make it in the evening, they can attend virtually at that meeting as well. But it's mostly a community meeting in person is how they're structured.
Thank you for correcting me, Shauna. That I meant in person, and live stream just came out. I'm so sorry. But yes, thank you for clarifying. And I think that's all the questions we have. If you have anything last minute, it's not too late. But to close out, can I just ask each of you to share something that you're excited about for this project, or something that you think is really special and unique about these apartments, if you can?
Sure. I'll go first. Why not? I'm just really excited to be part of the rebuilding effort in Paradise. I mean, maybe it's given, but it's as others have mentioned, there's been so many difficulties. There continue to be difficulties to get traction and to provide high quality housing that's affordable for folks in this community is just really exciting for me.
I'll add, sorry to cut you off mid-breath, Wendy. So I will add, obviously extremely excited to be part of the rebuilding process, having seen folks rehoused here in the Sacramento area and in the Yuba Sutter area where we have many properties. I'm just thrilled to be a part of it, and wish we had done so sooner. But glad that we're getting going. But I will just add that I have long wanted to do a property that was intergenerational. We have a lot of naturally occurring intergenerational apartments that are affordable housing often has 1, 2, and 3 bedroom apartments, and to have the ability to have both units that are set aside and exclusive for 62 and older, and family properties that will be naturally occurring intergenerational as well. To have that mix and to have Chip's just such high quality focused programming and services available to create that intergenerational community, I think is just going to be such a value add that we don't often experience in standalone sort of affordable housing communities that I've experienced over the years. So I'm really excited to see that come to fruition.
Okay, I'll go now. Well, in addition to what Zen and Stephen said, which I also agree with, I'm also very excited about the intergenerational aspect of the community from a management point of view. But also, I'm just excited about the site itself, it being so spacious and with lots of green space. We don't always get that in all of our developments. So it just seems like a really cool site that will provide a lot of recreation areas and community areas for the residents, and that always adds to the quality of life, really, for the residents and the whole community. So I really like that part.
Ditto. As I said at the beginning, being part of the rebuilding and providing housing has been a heart's desire of mine since the fire happened. And so I'm really excited about that. And I'm really excited about how pretty it's going to be and how nice and just the quality that we'll be able to bring. So it is, I think, well, almost every project is my favorite, but this might become my favorite project.
Yes, I'm sure it's hard to decide which is your favorite, but
It's like you're picking your favorite child.
Yes, you can't, but this is an incredibly exciting project, and I can't wait to see it come to life. But we haven't had any new questions come up, so I think we're going to wrap up this live Q&A. Again, we have an in-person one tomorrow at the Paradise Town Hall. Thank you for pulling up that slide. So Friday, January 20th, which is tomorrow, we'll have the meeting at the Paradise Town Hall at noon. And then on Thursday, February 9th, we'll have a meeting in person at 5:30 p.m. at the Paradise Town Hall. You can also visit our website at chiphousing.org and click on the blog section of the website to read more about these apartments. And if you have any questions, of course, we're always, you can call our main office phone number as well as reaching out to us here through Facebook.
Christina, one last question came in. If we could pull up this site plan slide, that would be helpful. Cynthia, I'm not 100% sure where you're asking about foot traffic, we don't anticipate a lot of foot traffic on Clark Road. It's obviously a main thoroughfare, but we are being very thoughtful about creating easy paths of travel throughout the property. So sidewalks so that seniors have an easy, accessible path of travel to the community center, and then kind of locating laundry and other amenities in each building. So there should be easy flow for foot traffic on the property. And then, with the bus stop, that might have a little bit of the foot traffic on Clark Road, but we're not anticipating much foot traffic on Clark Road. Most people do drive in Paradise, even seniors.
And I think it's also worth mentioning as that we are cognizant of the foot traffic to the bus stop, and we're trying to make sure that it is safe. And also that correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but I don't believe the town was requiring sidewalks along Cypress, and we've decided to put them in for that reason also.
Thank you for catching that last question, Shauna, and thank you, Shauna and Zen, for answering and addressing it. So again, thank you to the development team for joining us and taking time out of your day to answer these questions. And for those of you who didn't catch it earlier, if we can pull up that slide with tomorrow's meeting dates and information, we have an in-person meeting at Town Hall at 12 tomorrow, and one on January 9th at 5:30. If you would like to join us for more information about these apartments, or if you have people that you think would like to be informed and didn't get to make it, this video will also be available soon after we finish the stream, and they are always welcome to join our in-person meetings as well. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for those who have joined us on this stream.